Welcome one and all to another exciting Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. Let's continue. And in this next part, we have to go to this house. It's sort of located in the middle of nowhere in the Final Fantasy universe, and we have to talk to this guy about the Keystone, because if you don't, you won't be able to access the next part in the Gold Saucer. So you got to talk to him about the Keystone, and he basically mentions the Temple of the Ancients, where you can unlock with the keystone the actual temple, and that's pretty much the next part of the game. So we have to talk to him. You find out that he sells the keystone to Dio. So and you have to talk to him a little bit more times again to make sure that it activates the next part. So we're just going to ask him a couple of questions. Where's the keystone? And he basically explains that he sold it to Dio. And of course, he didn't want to sell it, but he did. And that's basically what happened there. Um, where's the temple? And he will answer, "Oh, it's just a legend." But we just want to find out more information about it. And yeah, this is pretty much the next part of the game. So we gotta. I think that's pretty much all we get out of him. Apparently he made all the weapons himself, but I just like to mess around. So we're just gonna hit never mind, and I think that's pretty much all he says at this point. Don't just come barging in here. So we're just gonna roam around a little bit. I'm gonna leave in a moment because we already activated the keystone. I just want to make sure that we don't miss anything in this particular building. But I'm pretty sure that's all we're gonna get out of him because he's not gonna give us a special weapon or anything. Or a special sword of some sort. But why would a weapons seller be in the middle of nowhere? I never understood that, but I guess that's his home, so we'll just go with that as an answer. But yeah, now we're going to get back inside the tiny Bronco and we're going to go back to the gold saucer. And this is where we go past this part. It's the gold saucer again. Go on up. And this next part is a little bit depends on how you made your decisions, basically decides a few things. Um, Turns out that in this next part, we're going to be dealing with a couple of new scenarios that are unexpected, but we're going to talk to Dio first. Dio is the manager of the Gold Saucer. He's the guy who let us out of the place and gave us the buggy, and he does have the keystone. If you do win this battle, you can get a Choco Feather and a Protect Vest, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. We're going to try. And of course, we're gonna go back to the battle arena, which I'm not really all that great at. I do my magic in getting Omni Slash in the first disc, but I'm not that great at it. I try my best, but we'll probably lose to it, obviously, because I never can pass this battle. Honestly, I do try with regen and all these abilities, but I'm not exactly the best player at this particular thing. But it's just a Choco Feather. You can find those in Wutai, so it's not that big of a deal. And the Protect Vest, it's not really all that great, so it's okay. It's okay to lose. And I'm probably not going to make it either way, so it's okay. It is a loss, and whenever it happens, it does happen to me quite often that I cannot make it past certain sections, so it's okay. And I'm not of 0 MP, and I don't think I can finish off this fight. I tried an X potion, but it wouldn't heal me in time. So my apologies if I didn't make it through this battle arena like everybody thought I would. But I did try. So we still receive the keystone either way. It doesn't really matter. It's just receiving the extra stuff if you participate and you make sure you do well, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So this next part, we're going to go over here. We're going to try and leave through the gold saucer area, and they're gonna be like, "Excuse me, the tram is out of service," and we'll be like, "No's." And of course, Kate Sif comes along, and he's like, "Oh, we'll just stay in the hotel," and we just resolve it that way, I suppose, until repairs get done, which seems a little convenient if you ask me. And we're just gonna give out a summary of what we're dealing with here in the moment, because the whole group doesn't know what's going on, and neither do we. So we're basically on search for the main antagonist, of course, and we get it reintroduced to the ancients, information and stuff like that about the whole Promised Land dealio, and basically we're dealing with that. And apparently, according to Cloud, there's some black materia that is Sephiroth is chasing after because it's ultimate destruction magic of some sort. But how did Cloud know that? They never explained that part. But apparently Hojo is the one who put tattoos on all the members of the Genova project, and that's basically how they're recognized. Um, Red 13 obviously has 13 as a tattoo on him, and that's pretty much how you get recognized as they just explain it right here. But he's always been scared that he's going to go loopy as like everybody else, like all the followers that were located in Nibelheim with the tattoo numbers. But that becomes more apparent later. And Sid's the only one that was asleep during the meeting. And now we're in the dating scenario where apparently we won over Tifa's heart on this one because she's the one who's choosing us to go on a date. So I guess that's pretty much our scenario that I basically played out in terms of the game options and in terms of the decisions. I guess we won over Tifa's heart on this one. And we're going to go over to an event and do a play of some sort. And of course, we're talking about Princess Rosa and Alfred the hero and the wizard. And that's basically the next part here. It's basically a play for the Final Fantasy universe, I guess. And we all take place in it. I think it's pretty clever, honestly. I think we'll talk to the wizard, and we're gonna go with the evil dragon's weakness. And it's true love, so I guess we'll go with love on that one. And she's been captured, and of course, we gotta take down the dragon, so I guess we'll kiss the princess, which is Tifa at the same time, so I guess we'll go with that as an answer. Because I'm not kissing the king or the dragon, so I mean it could happen, but I'm not doing it. So I guess that's pretty much it for the scenario, and true love is what conquers all, according to the Final Fantasy play universe. So now we're moving on up to the next part. We're going to go over to the dating area where we're buying tickets for a gondola or of some sort. And now we're up here. And we're looking at how pretty the sights are. Okay then. They are pretty amazing. The graphics are amazing. Alright, so I don't know what to do except to look outside. That's the best I can do in terms of the whole scenario. I'm just looking at all the fireworks, and he's like, "It's pretty, isn't it?" Of course it is. The graphics are amazing. And of course, she doesn't admit something, and we're kind of wondering what it is, and she's just saying, "Oh, being old friends is tough," and she still doesn't tell us what's going on in her mind. But that's how usual dates go, I guess, I suppose. And they really had fun, apparently, so it's good to have a date every now and again, but. Oh, and they're just leaving. Now back to the story at hand. Kate Sif is just being Kate Sif, and we're just realizing something. He's stolen the Keystone, and that's an issue. So we're gonna chase after him because he just stole it. Ah, went through the wrong way. It's the Wonder Square. There we go. Then we chase after him in here, and I think he went to the no, he went to the Chocobo area or the Chocobo area. So we're gonna go in there. Gonna chase after him in here, like so. Ah, he's really fast. And of course, he basically betrays us on the spot. He just leaves with nothing, and turns out he is a spy for Shinra, so that's not helping us at all. But yeah, the cat's a spy, and he's controlling the toy from Shinra headquarters, and basically he won't tell his name and won't tell his whereabouts. But apparently, according to him, he's got something that we don't have, which is Marlene, and he mentions it at this point. And he's upset because we live our lives the way we do, and he's just a spy. Like he really is a spy, and he has Marlene captured according to what I'm reading here, and that's pretty much he's just using dirty tricks to really get his way. And of course, Shinra's gonna be in the Temple of the Ancients first before we get there, so it's gonna happen that way. There's no way of stopping it. So we open this up, we get an elixir, and we leave. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We get mentioned to where we're supposed to go next. And we're going to find out where we're going to go. Eris just joined the team, so she's going to be part of the group, but I'm not equipping anything because I just know how this game goes, so we're just going to be very careful. We're going to go into the station, and we're going to leave for the Temple of the Ancients next. So we're going to get on the tram. Finally, it loads up, and we get to leave. And we exit the tram, like so, and yeah, that's pretty much this part. We get betrayed. There's a spy involved. It's pretty crazy. Anywho, we're gonna save the game is what we do best, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.